Today we're going to talk about modeling equations. Can you write an equation from a model? So that's our goal, is to be able to look at a picture, look at a model of an equation, and write the equation for it. Okay? So here's an example. It says what represents a variable and what represents a constant or number. So over here we have a model or a picture representing an equation. And so I've already told you that this represents 2y plus 4 equals 10. So let's talk about it. Usually the bigger object is your variable. So you see right here that we have these two rectangles, and they're bigger than all the rest. And so we have called those y. Okay? You could call them x if you want. It could be any variable you want. And then each of these other things, and let me see if I can turn my pen off. Each of these smaller squares, so the smaller object represents units. Okay? So for example, this is going to be 1, 1, 1, 1. So together that makes a total of positive 4. And then over here, I have 10 units or squares. And so that gives me 10. Okay. And then in this particular model, there isn't anything to tell us that something is negative. Okay, everything looks the same. We don't have any plus signs or a key to tell us anything. So we would just assume that all of those numbers are positive. So that's why we wrote 2y plus 4 equals 10. Okay, let's look at the next slide. So here's an example of a key. So what I want you to notice is not only have they color coded it, so they can do that sometimes, they have also written the signs on the shapes or the tiles. So those are going to be some clues for you to know whether it's positive or negative. Anytime we have a test, you don't necessarily have colors, but it will tell you what is positive or negative. So pay close attention to that. Okay, so here's an example. So we've got these cups, and then we have these little circles. So remember I told you that the bigger objects are going to be your variables. So we have 1, 2, 3. So that would be 3x. And then we have 4 positives. It's telling us it's positive. So that would be plus 4 equals. And then I have all these little positive units. So that's 3 by 4, which is 12, 13. So 3x plus 4 equals 13 would be the correct equation. Okay. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, so here's a model. This time we have a key. So notice it's showing us what is our positive x's, and it's showing us that we should have some negative units. So see the difference here is they've shown us negative by shading it in. So all of these are x's. So how many do we have? We have 4 x's. Sorry, I'm writing with my mouse. How many units do we have? And notice they're positive units. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So plus 12 equals, and then these shaded in ones are going to be negative. 2, 4, 6, 8. Negative 8. Okay? So 4x plus 12 equals negative 8. Now just know you could have some variables over here on the right, and some you're going to practice in just a minute. We'll have that. Okay, the last one. See if you can think about this one for a minute for yourself. What would this be? We have 5 x's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything is positive, so that's positive 6 plus 6 equals 1. And that's it. It's as simple as that.